ask you guys, first and foremost, does anyone have any stains?
That's a great question.
Not from last session.
Nope.
All right, Avery. All right. So, then I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and roll your rouse checks for the evening.
Right. Ooh, crit.
Nice.
Also crit.
Sorry.
Also crit.
Ooh.
Goddamn.
Looking for Mel. My character sheets.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to make space. Okay. Dice.
Okay. There's the coterie. Am I somehow missing Mel?
Did you lose Mel's sheet?
No?
Oh no.
I have it right here. So it's weird.
Oh, are you on like a different tab or?
Let's see. Oh, it's in the, I guess, the suggested quote-unquote thing. Just decided to leave Mel out of the list, which
Damn.
is
Huh.
weird, and I shouldn't have a suggested. I should have a recent tab.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's probably Doc's pulling some bullshit.
It's Google trying to use the AI to do the work for them.
Oh god.
Oh.
Let's see. But I rolled a success, not a crit.
Alright, so everybody succeeded. I suppose, since we are going by order of roll, which one of you would like to start? Avery or Vanitas?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, me go ahead. Alright.
Vanitas.
Yes.
You awaken well rested.
Mhm.
How would you like to begin your evening?
I suppose. Let me think. How would he like to start his evening? I guess he'll probably just be spending time with himself, just compiling some of the information that we know and getting ready for wherever the party wants to go to investigate investigate the murder.
So you're hanging out at the why is my brain blanking?
The club? Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you hanging out at the club or at the hospital?
Ooh, yeah, actually, no, the hospital.
Alright.
So yeah, he'll make his way to the hospital.
You make your way to the hospital and you begin compiling information. And I'll move over to Avery. How would you like to begin your evening?
I imagine with the conversation that just took place right before session.
After your conversation, was there anything else you'd like to do, or would you like to... head to the coterie.
You know, taking around some feeding the animals and everything before heading in.
All right. You do your work and make your way to the coterie. And Mel, how would you like to begin?
Outside of their like normal tasks of like checking the garden and whatnot, uh, Mel is experimenting with a new poison, and if anyone were to check in on Mel, they'd find them with a tourniquet and a needle in their arm.
I will ask, do you want to try and specifically craft something, or
This is going to be a more like,
purely narrative?
well, it's an unsettling version of the poison, but it is something I do want to craft.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and make a hang on, my brain's dying. Let me pull up the sheet. Go ahead and make a intelligence craft or intelligence medicine.
Okay. Five successes and one crit.
Okay. So what is it you're trying to make?
I don't know if there's an actual poison like this, poison or toxin.
With
But
those successes, you can make it do whatever the fuck you want within reason.
within reason. But basically, what it does is that it targets the blood. Like it's a bloodborne toxin that basically is just there to irritate the nerves all along the bloodline.
Okay, yeah, that's technically. I mean, that's basically like There's a lot. It's basically like
Yeah.
what the fuck is it called? There are venoms that do that. That just cause immense pain. So yeah, you managed to make like an agony poison.
Yes.
The potion of pain and agony.
Oh yeah.
One
and
where
you are currently
where even just trying to scratch at it causes more pain. Just like a scratching at something that's inside of you.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna say you get 3 doses.
Oh boy.
And the way this is going to work, whenever a person is injected with it, they will have to make a willpower test or spend their entire turn basically scratching at themselves.
Okay.
And they will also take a point of willpower damage for each failure.
Oof.
And I'm going to say this will last for... How long should this last for? I'd say an entire scene.
Oof.
Or until
Until an antidote is...
until a successful check.
Okay.
I'd say until a critical success.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
And as you are working with this poison, and I'm assuming that you are infusing it into yourself with blood to experience the effects.
Yes, trying to use the blush of life, practicing that while also
So you are pumping this stuff into your own system using a blood bag, and you are actually, I'm going to say, make me a willpower check.
oh, good lord. Uh, 5 successes.
Okay, so you can feel it, but you are using your resilience to resist the urge to start scratching at your own arm. And you have carefully dosed it so that it is not... You can feel the effects without it being overwhelming.
Yeah.
And as you're doing this, you hear a voice in the corner of the room. Experimenting on yourself again?
Yeah.
You turn and you see Mariana stepping out from the shadows.
It helps ease the thoughts. I can focus on something and not think.
So something's troubling you?
Enough, I would say. I get these moments with especially since I've been embraced, I get these moments of white hot indignation.
That would be the clan curse.
I watched as this guy, who has professed to this whole thing being just another gig every time I talk to him, get a boulder shoved into his chest. And I couldn't abide that. And shot the werewolf. And I felt a part of me slip from that moment. Sorry. I don't mean to burden you with this.
No. It is no burden. You are my child. Most of our kind would be dismissive of such things, but I believe it's important.
I can't tell which part I'm more angry at. Watching someone who I shouldn't feel a connection to get hurt and or breaking my code because of it.
Someone you shouldn't feel a connection to.
I've put up walls, especially with everyone here. I haven't known if I can trust them, and I still don't. So logically, I should stay distant. Keep myself from exposing those weaknesses.
I can understand your reasoning, but if there's one thing that I've learned, putting up walls can hold you back just as much as it can protect you.
And, well, clearly a part of me agrees. I'm angry that he got hurt. I'm angry that I broke my code. These two things are different. And I don't know if they're in conflict with each other. Can I be angry at both?
You can, and I know I certainly have in the past.
I remember having a conversation a long time ago, and it was between one of those assholes and the communists, but they were like, "We don't feel emotion. We're vampires."
That's very typical to hear from those people.
You're not kidding. It's just there are times in which that resonates. Like I feel less emotion for things that I used to have a lot more for. Music doesn't sway me as much as it used to. Books seem droll. And yet, I'm sitting here full of rage.
In a way, they are correct, and in another, they are very, very wrong. As a consequence of our curse, we do in fact feel. The further and further we slip, the less we feel. But that is not good, nor is it inevitable. The Sabbat believes that rejecting their humanity grants them strength. However, I'm sure that you've seen that is not the case.
Laughably so, in some cases.
Indeed. I am of the opinion that balance is where our strength comes from. We are more than human, but we cannot be more if we remove ourselves from it.
Funny how you describe that. Remove yourself from it. Like trying to picture yourself on an island, away from everyone else.
It's a very similar feeling.
For now, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be upset. And eventually those will be less so. That doesn't mean that I'm not feeling it. Just means I can cope with it better. Am I making sense?
I believe so. You hear a sound from the other side of the coterie, and Mariana looks up and says, "It seems that your comrades are here. I had something that I needed to tell all of you about."
This will be interesting. Give me a moment. I need to prepare one last thing, and then I'll be out.
Of course, I suppose I can greet them.
You're right. That would be awkward.
You see as she makes a face.
Okay. Mel grabs their bag. I'll worry about that thing later.
It's fine, really, as long as you don't take too long.
Mel sort of glances over at the lab, and specifically the brewery part of the lab, then back and goes, I'll just go.
Very well. And the two of you step out of the lab, and as you do, Avery and Vanitas, both of you arrive inside the lobby. And you see waiting for you Mel and Mariana.
Avery stops next to Aradia, looking at Mariana. Doesn't say anything.
She looks between all of you and says, I apologize for my lack of presence. Things have been complicated, and they have just gotten a lot more so.
You gonna leave us in the dark, or are you gonna elaborate?
I'm sure that all of you have noticed the distinct... Well, Eleanor has been even less communicative than the rest of us. Initially, we'd been under the assumption that this was because she was busy. Much like myself. Except now we've found out that she has not been present anywhere. Nobody, not even the prince, has seen her.
You mean nobody's seen her? When was the last time somebody saw her? The meeting? Back before the Elysium?
More
When
recent than
we-
that, it would have been... Well, the last time that I spoke to her was sometime after the incident with the... Well, when you retrieved Chris.
God, that feels like it was years ago.
That was only like what, 2 months ago? Losing
2
track of
months,
time.
yes. And it's not uncommon for some of our kind to be away for that amount of time. However, she's not at her estate. Nobody knows where she is, and... well... apparently... Silas has found a lead, and insisted that he alone is going to figure out where she is.
Ah, good. So he's gone off on his own, I suppose, and we're gonna have no idea where he's at.
I'm going to try and track him down, keep an eye on him. Make sure that he doesn't get himself killed or worse. But this is technically his business.
Yeah.
And as such, there is not much we can do. For the time being, of course.
I suppose we'll be around if he decides who needs aid.
I can always offer my missing person experience if they need it. But that's if they need it.
As I said, I'll try and keep an eye on him to make sure that he doesn't get himself into trouble. He was rather insistent that he didn't want anyone else to go with him, though.
Mm-hmm.
As for the other reason that I have been gone for a long time, I've been keeping an eye on the court. The prince is concerned. And it seems the rest of the council is too. After the incident involving the explosion down near Mount Olympus, all of them are, well, in something of a political frenzy.
Great.
Furthermore, their attentions have been growing increasingly more focused on your group. The prince seems to be very convinced that there is something highly unusual about all of you. Which is, of course, correct.
Yeah.
You have grown in strength far more rapidly than most of our kind. Over the course of only about a quarter of a year, you have surpassed most neonates. And you have made a lot of noise. For now, the conversations seem to be mostly focused on how best to utilize your potential. So, you seem to be doing a good job at staying on their good side. But
Now we have expectations.
indeed. And also, you need to keep in mind your reputation makes you something of a potential rival. Camarilla politics is extremely cutthroat, sometimes literally. And considering one of you has managed to get themselves into a political position, she glances over at you, Avery. Eyes are going to be on you from now on. Inside and outside of this organization. As for now, know that I've concluded most of my investigations. I want to do the best that I can to help you. And so, as was requested of my child, I am going to do my best to make myself available.
Mel gives this like sheepish like smile.
To assist in whatever way I can, and hopefully to prove that I am on your side.
So, nothing has changed on the political front. We're down a man, and we've gained Mariana. That about sums it up, correct?
I suppose that's accurate.
Avery nods once and heads off.
Okay. Should we stop and talk to Null? I'll leave that for a later conversation. Vanitas, what do you make of all this?
Well, it was actually above game. I had to leave for a sec to grab
Yeah,
groceries. What did I miss from the beginning of the conversation?
Honestly, not much.
Okay.
Silas has gone off
Yeah.
to figure out where the fuck Eleanor has disappeared off to.
Okay.
Mariana basically just warned us that all of the people in the Camarilla have their eyes on us because we've made more progress in a quarter of a year than most people do in a year.
Yeah.
As little baby vampires, which honestly changes pretty much nothing because that's kind of how it's been from the beginning. And Mariana said that since she's supposedly done with most of her investigations, she's gonna make herself available to assist us and prove that she's on our side.
Okay.
I feel like that about sums it up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I believe that we are in a interesting predicament. We have to keep our heads low and our eyes up. I think. Well, I'm not really sure what to think as of now.
Yeah,
Suppose I'll have to wait and see what happens.
I was hoping to learn at least one more ritual, one more not ritual, ceremony. Same thing. I was hoping to learn one more ceremony before we go and have to deal with people getting insider coterie.
Indeed. Well, I suppose we should act as we normally have the last quarter of a year. Not much has changed other than losing one of our own for now.
Yeah. Business as usual, but I'm gonna try and stay out of being noticed.
Good
If
idea.
I do a task or favor someone for someone, it's going to be quiet.
Smart. I'll do as I always have to keep up appearances, and yeah. You'll where's Avery right now?
She's sitting at the table, chilling with her
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
Levi.
Yeah. Okay. He'll look at Avery and say, "Well, what's your plan then?"
Don't we have a murder to solve?
That is
Or
true.
did you want to, mill around and do other things first? I mean, it's
No, I
not
have
like we
nothing
got
to
a whole lot of information, to be fair.
So, I did speak with my sire. I believe I debriefed you a little bit on that.
You did. The problem is, none of us seem to see eye to eye about who we think is responsible for the death.
Then I think we should go hunt for some culprits.
Where? Exactly. What exactly is your plan here? Because we just got done hearing that everybody's eyes are on us, which means if we try to go to your clan and ask questions, their hackles are gonna be raised. I don't think we're gonna get shit out of them.
If I go, seeing as I am Toreador, I'm sure it shouldn't raise too much suspicion.
If you
I'm
go,
known
it
for being-
could look like you're trying to make a play.
Perhaps.
You guys want my help finding people?
Who is there to
That would be
find,
useful.
though? This is the problem. Based on the
If
conversations that we've had, we don't know who we're looking for because none of us agree on who we think is responsible.
Well, how many people are we disagreeing on responsibility here?
A lot.
So all of Toreador is just suspects at the moment.
Yes. Also, people outside of Toreador are suspects. Because this whole thing could have been a political play. Evidence suggests that it's possible that it was somebody close to the Primogen. However, it could be just the case that the murder was committed in such a way that it just looked like that. This could have been a political play for the seat. This could have been some kind of personal vendetta or emotional outlash. This could have been done by somebody in a completely different clan. We know very little. And we were
Have
told
we-
expressly that people probably won't cooperate with us.
And it has been months since the incident happened, and we've cleaned up the crime scene.
Yes.
Well, I
If I
think it
can
was. No, continue.
offer some assistance,
Please do.
I could provide a list of suspects. I'm quite good at finding out the relationships of individuals. On top of that, I'm sure that your friends would have more information that they could provide. As for questioning, I'm sure that Vanitas's sire would be able to get everyone in one place. Or perhaps simply get you into discussing this with each individual if that was your preferred course of action.
I like the sound of that. I could speak to my sire once we get a stable list of individuals.
Getting everybody in one place is risky. The person that did this has gotten away with it for a long time. If they think that the net is closing in over top of them, they may act erratically or cause more problems.
How much are we willing to risk baiting this guy out?
Considering we don't
I know-
know why the murder was committed, that seems like a risk.
Because putting everyone in one place would be efficient, but definitely very risky because anything could happen there. But they'd all be in a closed off area. And if we knew how to keep people in, they wouldn't be able to escape.
You could also potentially apply more pressure and turn them on each other.
So we're talking about putting vampires in a box.
Here's how I
It's
see
highly
it.
risky.
This seems like
Here's
very
how I
Throwing
bad
a-
decision.
Putting them in a box, throwing a slab of meat on the ground, and watching the lions attack each other.
That is a fair assessment. Here's how I see it. In our world, politics is a lot different than that in the human world. If any vampire right now in my clan make any political moves, it wouldn't really be that suspicious, considering that we are creatures of opportunity. I'm sure many in my clan have already made those moves the last few months. They wouldn't suspect much if a lower tier individual is trying to make connections with the right people, just in case that person ends up being the new head of the clan.
There's a fine line between making connections and tossing the whole of all of them into a box and letting them kill each other.
I wasn't
Right.
saying letting them kill each other.
Not
Just-
unless they don't know what the purpose of this box is.
Also, I sincerely doubt that a bunch of high-ranking individuals would descend into physical violence. We are not the Sabbat, after all.
And this,
That is
my
true.
clan is Toreador. We are not the most violent and rapacious type.
But
Probably
that
would
there,
turn into a bloodbath if you were dealing with the Bruja.
that sounds like a Sunday party to them.
I think not many would bat an eye if they were to be invited to a little gathering.
Say, an art gallery
They would show
of an
off that.
up and coming artiste.
Precisely. I mean, if any of them will want to try to get up high in the clan, they would also try to form connections with the bottom, get people on their side, and, well, who better than myself?
I'm liking some of this idea, but there's still the idea that any one of them could be provoked into further action than what we're looking for.
Well, then we'll just have to catch them in the act. We can always engineer a situation where if any of them were to do anything, they would be caught.
Surveillance is really easy when you can make a whole bunch of people disappear. And no offense to the Toreador, but how many of them are skilled in detecting obfuscation?
Well, it depends. We do have the ability to sense obfuscation. Some
Okay.
of us, at least. Depends on the individual.
That does make it
But-
harder.
But it would be interesting to see how they react to obfuscation, should they encounter it. If they are
Yes.
afraid that they're being watched and they happen to be the suspect or culprit, then they would be more itching to leave or afraid.
Especially if you're doing a social event and you just have a bunch of people throughout the room obfuscated. Like, how do you react to that? Do you just outright say it? Is that a social faux pas?
In a social gathering, especially in my clan, many will not directly confront an individual. They lean more towards respect. So, anyone who would outright call out a member of a gathering, they would not have very good eyes upon. Their social standing is at stake there.
We don't need too many people, just a few, able to watch individual rooms and whatnot, you know?
Exactly. I mean,
But wouldn't it be quite the show to have, like, half the audience just gone?
Well, what do we think?
I think we've got the beginnings of an idea. But I'd like to know more about our suspects before going forward.
Agreed. Knowing their particular taste would be helpful.
Mel turns to Avery. Any opinions?
All of this seems like a poor decision, so therefore I have nothing else to say about it.
Okay.
I'm going to go and compile a list. I've got a lot of stalking that I'm going to need to do. As for the two of you, and she looks over at you, Avery, and you, Mel, you should probably check your phones.
Avery's gonna look at her phone?
You have a message from Makaria.
What does it say?
We have a bit of a problem.
Avery's gonna respond. Send it.
You get this message. Sorry, give me a second. Mel, do you check your phone?
Yes, I do.
Do I not have? Oh, I don't have private.
No, you
Channels for
don't
you
have any
guys.
private chats.
I'm just gonna DM it directly to you.
Yeah, I've been sending a lot of DMs through that way for some private conversations like that.
I've already got 4 different screens up. What's another one?
Also, I'm just sending this because I found it funny when I got it, but apparently there was controversy a few weeks ago.
What controversy happened in the curling community?
With Canada cheating and them
Wait.
putting a whole sting operation in to make sure that it was actually happening. Yeah, that shit was
We
nuts.
got drama in the
What?
curling community.
Yeah, for real.
During the Winter
Drama in the
Olympics,
curling community.
there was a team accused of cheating because a guy literally just taps his finger on the curling rock.
That is crazy.
And it's the ever so slightest tap. Like he's just and of course people blow it way out of proportion.
Of course, naturally.
That being said, don't do that in the Olympics. It's bad optics.
And Mel, you're going to get this message from your contact in in the Tremere.
Oh boy.
Or not the Tremere, sorry. What the fuck was the Wizards?
The Wizards?
The Tremere?
The Tremere?
Are they the Yeah, the Tremere.
Yeah,
I psyched myself out. So you're getting this message.
I would just like to say that Avery is masking well. However, there is a pointed eye twitch as she reads the message. Definitely an eye twitch going on.
I sense some tension here.
Hold on, receiving a fax from God.
There you go.
Mel is hold on. Dang, I can't find a good one of it. Just got this, like... Huh. Confused look.
Avery's gonna lean over against her wife's shoulder and show her the text message.
Aradia squints at the message, and she says, "Oh no, I'm not very good at reading this language."
Avery looks at her and lifts an eyebrow.
I learned how to speak English. I don't know how to read it very well.
It's from Makaria. Apparently somebody attacked a couple neonate Bruja and had some kind of possibly magical object to do it with. One of them is dead, and I am going to have to deal with it. Avery says, standing up.
Any of you guys read the Thor comics?
I've dabbled.
you just see, you see Chris's head poke out from his door. Did somebody say Thor?
Looks like I'm
concern you
hunting
right
for...
now.
Go back to bed, Chris. Nobody's talking to you.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to be involved with this.
Slowly slinks back into his room.
What's that, like, TikTok where he, like, crawls through the little hole and he's like, I know a thing or two about that.
Or as Cap would say,
Finally, something in my expertise.
Now, what about these comics exactly pertains to our situation?
a normal human picking up a hammer and suddenly is able to kill powerful beings beyond his control.
Okay, let's break that down a little bit. Excuse me?
I've got a deal to go finish my promise that I would work on with the Tremere, if you remember. And, well...
I'm still just as lost as ever.
I'm supposed to track down artifacts for the Tremere.
Oh, yes, and one of them is a hammer that can kill powerful beings.
And is currently in the hands of a Kain.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Is your water fill? Probably. Mel messages back, where do you want me to meet?
You'll receive a message back saying, according to our informants, they're by the docks in Bruja territory. Last sighting.
Mel, not masking any emotion, just goes, oh no.
You will also receive another message saying, acquire this item and we pay generously.
Yeah. You said Bruja?
Bruja.
Mel didn't message them back. Mel just said out loud. You said Bruja?
Bruja. I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
Avery's gonna stand up and make a call.
Who are you calling?
Who do you think I'm calling?
Makaria answers the phone. Hey.
Hey. So, like, a hammer. Like an actual hammer.
Yep, that's what my surviving witness is telling me.
Where's the witness?
Currently shaking like a dog next to me.
Fantastic. Can I interview him? Her? Them?
Yeah, you can talk to him. Fortunately, this is a pretty secluded spot, so I can hold out for a little bit while you guys get over here.
Great. I'll make some calls. How long's it been since the murder?
Not very. I mean, I got the call about 30 minutes ago.
Okay. We're en route.
To
I'll
the
be waiting.
docks.
So, is that where you guys are going?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Alright. Are you guys... Are you all taking one vehicle, or are you splitting up?
We can take one vehicle.
Yeah. The Haven's still in it's in commission, but in the not going to use it for a while.
Mhm. You guys pile into one of your vehicles and head off to the direction. You reach a secluded portion of the docks towards a old warehouse, and you go into a lot where you can see Makaria currently standing over a very messy body, while another individual is currently sitting on the ground. You see she looks up and notices all of you and motions for you to come over.
Avery's gonna head over to her. Boss.
Avery? It's, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen something like this before. Not in a couple hundred years.
Who's your friend? She says, looking at the survivor.
Apparently he's one of the newly embraced. Younger than a lot of you.
What am I looking at here?
You look down at the body. It is... The best way to describe it is it looks like a doll that's been thrown as hard as it can. The way that it's landed, and the head is like a watermelon that has been dropped from a 10-story building.
Mhm.
That's what you get at a cursory glance.
Great. Where's the witness?
She points over to the guy currently sitting on the ground staring at the floor. His back is turned away from the body.
Avery's gonna sigh and walk towards him.
You step up and he looks up at you and he says, Hey.
What's your name, kid?
Falco.
She glances in the direction of the body, and then back at him. You gonna tell me what happened? Where's this echo coming from?
Where is this echo coming from?
It's coming off of Dylan.
What is that? Ah, shit, hold on. I got this.
Oh.
Hold on. Where is... Hold on.
I thought it was me for a second. I was like cycling through everything.
Okay. How is it now?
Hello?
Hello?
It's gone.
It's gone?
Oh,
Okay, I just had
it
to...
came back.
Oh.
Ah!
Wait, no.
Hold on.
No.
Oh.
You fixed it. I'm hearing my echo through Liam now, since we're in the same room.
Ah. Damn.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I had to turn my microphone level down. I just got a new headset, so...
It's all good.
So he kind of looks up at you and he says, me and my buddy we're just going out on a night on the town, you know, patrolling, I guess. Just fucking around, and there was this fucking crackhead, half naked, rambling to himself, and you know, we told him to fuck off because, you know, he wasn't supposed to be here, and he started screaming about I don't know. Let me roll to see if he can compose himself. I mean, half the shit he said didn't make sense. He was screaming about how we were unholy creatures, and how he was chosen. And, you know, we didn't really take him that seriously. I mean, he was just some dipshit crackhead with a fucking like a hammer. And so Draco goes up to him, and he's ready to just fucking snap the guy's neck because well, I mean, we were tired of his shit, and he wasn't supposed to be here anyways. So like,
And that didn't happen.
he came up, he got ready to grab him, and then he just it was like a flash at the hammer. He swung it, screaming about how he was chosen, and then Draco's head fucking exploded.
Where did he go
What
after?
kind of?
He I mean, I fucking ran, and then he started wandering off over, and he points westward over that direction, still rambling to himself the whole time.
Any distinguishing features about this guy?
Yeah, I mean, he's just walking around shirtless, fucking wiry. He had to have been human, man.
Focus.
He smelled.
Is he white, black, Asian, Hispanic? Give me something here.
The white guy. He looks like a fucking redneck. Big, long, scraggly beard. It's unkempt hair. I think he was blonde or brown hair, I think. I can't remember. You'd know him if you saw him, though. He's fucking crazy.
Describe the hammer.
It was a fucking, it's just a normal hammer, man, like the kind you hammer in nails with. It's just a fucking regular hammer.
Color, design, anything?
Fuck. What did it look like? Let me roll for him again. Oh, goddamn. It was, I think it was like a stalwart, like a, you know, one of the metal head, wooden handle, just a shitty claw hammer. Something you'd get at like the fucking hardware store.
You got anything else for me, kid?
Ah, fuck. Yeah, he when the hammer hit, there was like light, like energy, you know. It was like he got hit with fucking like lightning or some shit.
Avery's gonna get up and say, "You stay here," and walk back and see if she can find any tracks. Oh, it's back
Sure.
again.
Oh no.
Oh, what the fuck? God damn it.
Yeah, it is your microphone.
Here, I'm gonna mute myself and figure this out.
Go ahead and roll wits investigation.
Did you say wits investigation?
Yes.
Forgot how to do this shit. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Investigation. Uh, 1, 2, 3 passes.
You can see droplets of vitae that trail off in the direction that the Bruja pointed in, heading down an alleyway between two of the warehouses.
You two got anything? Avery says, looking over her shoulder in Mel and Vanatos' direction.
Mel is currently looking around, just taking inventory of the area.
Sure,
What
doesn't do anything
specifically
either.
are you looking for?
At the moment, like mostly footprints, signs of struggle, signs of like breaking and entering, or just breaks in the ground where something might have hit or something.
Go ahead and make me a wits investigation as well.
Okay. One success, one critical success, and one bestial crit.
Okay. So you look around and you're trying to sort of get an idea of exactly how things went down, and as you're circling around the area, you see footprints. You see two sets of footprints that appear to have belonged to sneakers, which makes sense as you look at the body and the surviving Brujahs. They are both wearing sneakers. And then you see a third set of footprints that appears to come from a break in the fencing coming in. And they appear to belong to a pair of sandals, trailing off towards where this all went down, and then eventually off in the same direction as the blood droplets that Avery is currently investigating.
This guy surely knows how to make a fashion statement. You're on the right trail as far as I can tell.
And he's getting further away the longer we stand here. Avery's gonna look towards the alleyway and then glance at Aradia. You ready to move?
Indeed I am.
Just don't get seen, you know how the city is.
Of course.
Avery's gonna whistle for Nova and point at the blood trail. Look at her and say, "Find."
Nova will sniff at the blood, and I'm going to roll for Nova. Let's see how they do. Okay. Nova sniffs at the blood, looks over at the body, and then looks back down to the alleyway, and then begins moving in the direction of the alley.
Just gonna follow.
The three of you follow behind Nova, and even as the droplets of blood cease, Nova sniffs the air and continues onward, snaking through the alleyways and eventually past a road. And eventually, you reach sort of a abandoned construction site, and you can see there is a barrel currently burning trash, and you can see a couple of figures huddled around it. Nova, seeing these people, sits and looks to you, as if waiting for you to decide whether or not she goes closer.
Avery's gonna look at the people. What do I see?
From this distance, make me a wits awareness.
Can I know this is in the middle of us tracking, but can I try and get some blood bags real quick? I feel like I'm
Sure.
going to end up getting very thirsty very soon.
I'd say you can check the truck for a blood bag.
Okay. Still gonna do the hunt roll.
Avery, what did you roll?
4 passes.
4 passes? You look between each of them, relying on your enhanced animal vision to make out their appearances in the dark. None of them seem to match the description of the man that you were looking for. Each of them are very obviously homeless individuals, wrapped up in shabby clothing. Nova is still looking in the direction, seemingly confident that they are on the right track, though.
Fine. She'll say to Nova again and start following.
Nova hops up again and starts moving towards the group of people.
Do we want to go unnoticed?
I think these are potential witnesses, Avery says without looking over her shoulder.
I understand that, but I'm asking if we want to be unnoticed, or all of us be. Do we need all of us to be seen here?
No. Your discretion. Avery says and follows Nova.
Bonatras, do you want to talk
Um,
to them?
I could be hidden for a little while.
Okay. Mel cloaks the gathering.
All right. Are you targeting everybody with that?
Those who don't want to be seen can will out of it. Those who want to be seen can will out of it.
I was like, hold on.
Alright.
Wait a minute.
So, sorry, my brain's dying. Aradia definitely takes you up on that. Avery, do you want yourself and Nova to be hidden, or okay? So, the rest of you cloak yourselves into the shadows as Avery and Nova approach the group huddled around the barrel.
That's a success and a crit on the rouse checks.
Nice.
Since all I'm doing is cloaking, I don't have to vanish them.
Yeah. So, Avery, as Nova approaches, the three homeless men look up and initially see Nova and then look up at you. And one of the men speaks up. Who are you?
Could ask you the same thing.
You ain't a cop, are you? I mean, we're not doing anything illegal.
Well, if you're not doing anything illegal, then you've got no reason to be afraid of me. Ain't looking for you. I'm looking for a guy who passed through here.
Oh yeah.
Make me, I'd say charisma, and then either persuasion. I'd say persuasion.
And they're mortals. Right.
Yes.
So I lose a die. And then you said charisma persuasion?
Yeah. Because you're just talking to them right now, you're not, like, doing anything else.
Oh my god.
What did you roll?
All these fucking dice, I only had 2 passes.
Oof. Let's see if that's enough.
Okay, maybe I should talk.
I had so many dice that I just rolled. What the fuck?
I'll stay back for the love of the.
You see as the 3 men look amongst each other, and then he says, who are you looking for?
Shirtless dude covered in blood. The blood I just followed here into this lovely alleyway.
They look between each other again. Don't think I saw any blood.
Avery's gonna look at Nova.
Nova looks up and once again points in the direction towards the men.
I was gonna look at their feet.
You look at their feet. One of them is wearing 1.5 Crocs.
1.5 is crazy.
The other is barefoot, and the other is wearing a shabby pair of boots.
It's not. And Mel's just thinking, okay, it could be one of these guys, but I doubt they all. I doubt they all have spare sets of sandals.
Veritas is gonna look
The
to Avery.
sooner you get me the information I want and point me in the right direction, the sooner I leave you the fuck alone.
Look, you're not a cop. This is our spot. We're not doing anything illegal.
Avery's gonna sigh and flip the edge of her shirt off of both of her badges.
You're showing the Camarilla badge?
Her, rangers.
Hmm.
I'm assuming these guys aren't smart enough to know the difference between badge types, but I guess we'll find out.
Make me... This time I'm gonna have you make me a, charisma Or composure. I'd say you could use composure.
Well, they're the same
And
number.
then intimidation.
Oh, 4 passes.
Oh shit, she is a cop.
I literally didn't say I wasn't.
They look at each other again, and one of them leans over and murmurs, and then the other guy says, "Fine, fine, fine. I mean, there's the one guy, he camps out here with us sometimes. This fucking crazy ass.
That sounds very descriptive. Comparative to the person I'm looking for. So where did he go?
I mean, he lives over in that tank down the way.
Tank?
It's like, God, what the fuck do you call it? The big metal boxes. He points over into a corner, and you can see that there's a shipping container.
Right. Avery says and looks at all of them before starting toward the tank.
But I didn't see no blood, I swear.
Uh-huh, she says. And you got a full set of shoes on, my guy.
He just looks down at his Crocs. So you begin approaching the shipping container. What are the rest of you doing?
I think I'm going to just sneak around back, see what's in the back.
You sneak around to the back side of the container, which appears to be shut.
Oh, that's
You
convenient.
also notice strange markings that appear to have been painted onto the wall with some sort of material.
God, I wish I had a chemist who could analyze what the material was. Anyway,
Avery's gonna taste it.
Were you gonna taste it?
She's gonna do the Detroit Become Human thing where he like touches it and tastes it to figure out what it is.
You bring your fingers to the container, you scrape some of this stuff onto your fingers, and then you bring it up and lick it, and immediately regret it because it tastes like fecal matter.
Ew.
Mel's
She shrugs and wipes it on her combat pants.
Pleased with yourself?
Ain't the first time.
Mel's taking notes, copying the symbols exactly. If I don't know
Mel,
what this is,
you could make an intelligence academics.
do I? Should, like, just as a part of the character's background, they should have academic knowledge. But do I have academics? Yes, I do. Oh, fine.
I would say occult could also work, but I feel like academics will make the most sense immediately.
I've only invested 1 point in occult, and I've got more academics at the moment.
Sure thing.
Let's see, that's 3 successes.
With 3 successes, these are like Viking runes. Except they don't seem to actually have been painted on with any amount of like rhyme or reason. It's kind of like somebody who just saw them, thought they looked cool, and then put them up.
Mm. Mel is writing these down, copying them, and just stops at a certain point and goes, "No, this is not a Thor cosplayer. This is not a Thor cosplayer. This is not a Thor cosplayer."
Avery's gonna look the crate over and look for the entrance.
You go around to the other side and you can see that it is cracked open. One of the metal doors.
Avery's gonna knock on it.
You knock. And you hear a voice from within go, "Who goes there?"
Avery's gonna do the comical side glance at Mel.
Mel's staying invisible, but does do the whole like, is it Steve Harvey who has that like hands up, just going?
I think so. Got some questions about a accident that happened a couple blocks away. Looking for witnesses.
You're not one of them, are you?
One of who?
One of the demons. The monsters.
Could you be more specific? I've been called a lot of things in my tenure with the law enforcement and the military, and being a woman. Am I wrong?
Sorry, I had to compose myself after that. Not gonna tell me, well, the hammer knows. The hammer always knows.
What's this about a hammer?
The hammer of the gods. The hammer. It chose me to drive evil out of this world.
Okay. Well, could you know, ask the hammer if they saw anything then? Because, like, I really would like to clear this up and go home.
Avery,
Uh-huh.
I need you to make me a dodge roll.
Oh, fantastic.
Dexterity, bro.
Okay.
Holy shit, wait, what did I miss? Dexterity Brawl.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a crit success.
So, you hear him say this, and then you see, for a brief moment, the inside of the container lights up with blue sparks, and then the hammer goes flying out. And you just barely dodge out of the way as it harmlessly clatters to the floor.
Maybe the real
Avery.
hammer was the friends we made along the way.
Wait, what did you say?
Maybe the real hammer. Okay.
So we're doing this the not fun way, Avery says, leaning against the side of the container.
What do you want to do?
Stand back, she says, and kicks the door open.
You kick the door open, and immediately I need you to make me another dodge roll.
Okay. How many hammers does he have?
You'll find out.
He's the hammer man.
Jesus! Okay,
He's MC
not as
Hammer.
good this time. I only got 2.
So you kick the door open, and as you're getting ready to charge in, you're expecting something to happen in front of you. And then you hear the sound of metal clattering behind you. And before you have the chance to react, you feel as the hammer collides with your shoulder, as it flies backwards into the container. And you take 2 points of severe damage.
What the fuck? She says, holding her shoulder.
As the hammer collides with your shoulder, and you feel the force completely blow through your inhuman resistance, and you feel a burst of electricity flowing through your body. And the hammer flies back into the man's hand, and he says, "I was chosen by the gods!"
You said severe. Am I taking aggravated?
Yes, aggravated damage.
Fuck me.
Alright, MC Hammer, let's calm down here.
What the fuck, dude? She's gonna say, holding her shoulder. And here I thought we were gonna have a civil conversation.
There is no civility with monsters.
Can Mel sneak in?
Sure.
Roll on up. That's a what? Dex.
Dexterity stealth?
And since I'm sneaking with obfuscate. Dexterity
Yes.
obfuscate.
Yeah, you add obfuscate on top of that. Or you use it. I can't remember. Does it say that you replace your stealth with obfuscate, or does it say you add it?
I believe it says you replace it.
Okay.
So that you can still only have a max of 10 dice roll.
Yeah.
Unless you get the modifiers from backgrounds.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
One, two, three, four, 5 successes.
Okay. He is fully focused on Avery and does not seem to notice as you slip into the container.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen it all. You monsters.
Dude, you haven't even looked at me. How do you know I'm one of them?
The hammer knows. The hammer knows.
Sir, how much drugs have you had today? I'm just curious. Just asking for a friend. The friend is me.
I've seen what your kind do. How you tear people apart in the dark of the night. The hammer would know. The hammer would not hurt you if it was not a monster.
Yeah, I think you're wrong about that, bud. I'm gonna give you one last chance to walk out here and have a civil fucking conversation, or you're going to regret what happens next.
The god of thunder will purge you from this earth.
Can Maze step forward and say something?
Maze?
Not Maze. Ah, shit, Vanitas. I don't know why I said Maze.
Mazakine is standing in the middle of the fucking parking lot.
Punches him in the
Mazakine,
face. His head explodes.
Mazaki just picks up the entire shipping container and yeets it. Like a football.
Mazakine's like underneath the pier and just smashes out of it, sitting up.
Bursts out of the water like fucking Jason Voorhees.
He was underneath the container this whole time. He didn't want to say anything yet. But
Vanitas, you do have an opportunity to do something.
he steps forward and he says, "Wait. Last time I checked, Thor never killed vampires."
Vampires. That's what you
That's what you're
are.
talking about. No,
You're real?
You were saying creatures of the night that tore people apart. What else would that mean? Skinwalkers? We're not in the fucking Midwest.
Don't bring those up.
Vanitas just casually broke the masquerade.
Great, she says, looking at him. Now I gotta kill him.
Wait, I never said I was a vampire.
Well, while this is all going down, can Mel just casually stab him in the neck with the paralytic syringe that they have?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna have to roll for him. Did it have a DC on it?
Yep, difficulty 3.
Okay. You jab him in the neck, and you step back, and you see as he seizes up for a moment, and then he cracks his neck, and he says, "No, I saved that for after I kill you all."
Wait, okay, so this guy is already a walking masquerade breach. I don't even think I needed to do anything.
Avery, I'm gonna need you to make me another dodge roll. It's his turn again.
What the fuck? Bestial critical success. That's it.
Okay, you are extremely lucky because you managed to dodge without the bestial. As he runs at you with the hammer and swings, and you dodge out of the way. And once again, as it collides with the ground, it has very little effect.
Yeah, this guy has supernatural powers and knows about the supernatural. Should I just shoot him?
Does he have supernatural powers, or is it all that thing? She says, looking at the hammer.
Well, he knows about the supernatural now, which is very bad.
He's also fairly resistant to drugs, so do it that way you will.
Well, let's hope he's not resistant to bullets.
Also, this is not accurate in the slightest, but Mel's just being a smartass. Thor Comics 141. Thor and Blade versus a vampire cult.
I forgot that it was a thing.
Avery's gonna sigh.
Whatever monsters you are, I will purge you from this earth.
Man, we just wanted to talk to you.
Are any of you gonna do anything before he tries to swing again?
I am. I'm just
yeah,
deciding what.
Should I shoot him?
I have a question.
Yeah?
So, this ability I have says that I can soothe a creature, making them docile. Does that only apply to animals, or can I use it on him?
If you're talking about which ability is it? Because I know
Song of
one of
Serenity.
them affects Song of Serenity. That's the one that soothes the beast, right?
Yeah, it also helps pull vampires from frenzy. But the text
Yes.
literally just says soothe a creature.
So if I'm remembering correctly, when I read, I'm pretty sure it's specifically that one. It said that it soothes the beast within a vampire, but it also does affect humans differently. But yes, it should be able to affect a human target.
But would it be useful on him? Because the wording doesn't really explain.
You have not tested it on a human before.
You know, I just realized I should probably just do this because of the masquerade breach. Mel makes eye contact with him and tries to cloud his memory.
I literally was just looking at that.
Yeah.
So I know it says that it automatically succeeds on humans, but I'm gonna need you to roll for that.
Oh god, yeah,
Okay.
this guy is no good. I don't think Vanitas or anybody needs to
What do I
reveal
need for
anything.
that? That's dominate plus.
It says charisma
I think it's
plus
charisma
dominate versus
dominate?
wits plus resolve.
Yeah.
I have it written down.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Uh, 3 successes.
Oh.
You make eye contact with him and you call out the command to forget. And you see as he grips the side of his head, and the hammer begins to emanate more electricity as he says, "Get out of my head! Get out of my head, monster!"
No?
Yeah. I don't think that's working.
No!
Can I just shoot him?
Avery, what do you want to do?
I don't want to break the masquerade, so I'm just gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I don't remember what that is. Hold on.
Oh my god!
What? How, is it composure firearms?
Yes.
Yes.
It depends on what you want to roll, but it's usually 1 skill plus firearms, typically composure.
Okay. Oh! Oh! Critical success. Critical success. Success.
So how many successes is that total?
5 total. Hold on, let me see if there was anything else I needed to roll with my specific gun. Hold on. Wait a second. No, there's not. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually.
Okay. By 1. I shit you not, by 1 you hit him. So how much damage does your gun do?
Let's see. I'm using Rite of Conquest, so it does damage 6 round capacity. That's what it says.
Okay. Yeah. He's a human.
Is
So
he
you-
though? Is he?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. You're about to find out why this is so fucked up. So he like swings on you, and you, after he like grips his head and starts screaming, you just pull the gun out and you fire. You do hear after you fire shouting from behind you in the distance.
Ah, shit.
Mel
It was
vanishes the
self-defense,
group.
Avery says.
And the man drops to the ground. The hammer clatters at his side.
I'm taking the hammer.
Yeah.
You're gonna grab the hammer?
I'm not gonna leave it here!
You
You
reach
grab the
out,
hammer.
and as your skin contacts the hammer, you feel another zap run through you, and you take 1 point of aggravated damage.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this guy
Mel's
was.
gonna check the trunk. Do they have grippers?
Fucking
Like
fairy
trash
cake.
can grippers?
You pull out like a dinosaur grabber.
Put those grippers away!
He's away. Sonic! Put those grippers away!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that man should not have been allowed on the streets.
Mel, as you use the dino grabber toy to pick up the hammer, you're able to lift it without adverse effects.
Behold, Mjolnir.
The hammer
Behold,
of the gods!
my stuff.
Jesus Christ. You two take that back to Lucaria. I'll deal with this.
Also, Avery will be taking a stain for killing a human.
I didn't even try to kill him! I was just firing in retaliation!
Yeah, you shot a gun at a human.
What else was I supposed to do when he was beating
It
me
was-
with a hammer?
It was self-defense, but also killing people does fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you only take one stain.
Yeah.
So Avery, I'm assuming that you're moving the body.
Yeah, Avery will deal with it.
Mel, Vanitas, what do you two want to do?
Guess we should
Mel's.
store this.
Yeah, I have a contract with the Tremere to return the hammer.
Excellent.
Does it belong to them?
What exactly was the contract with the Tremere?
They said if you gave them a magical artifact, they would pay you. And they're pretty sure that this is a magical artifact, so they want to buy it from you.
Ah. It's more of buying it from me.
So, you're selling a black market item that was used in a murder.
Yeah?
It's
I mean-
evidence.
Well, who are we gonna give it to?
I don't know, the fucking sheriff who's working the case?
Why would no? We can't allow this to be seen by humans.
Excuse me? Are you dumb? Makari is not a human.
But the police station is. What, is he gonna take it into evidence and put it in the evidence locker?
Avery seems very taken aback by how dumb that comment is.
What is he gonna do with it?
First of all, Makari is a she. Second of all, I don't know, probably put it with the other cursed fucking artifacts that they deal with. She's the sheriff of the Camarilla. She has resources.
Oh, Camarilla. I thought you were talking
So
about the
do
actual
the-
sheriff for a second.
No! If you take
I'm
that
going to
and
just
sell
disappear.
it as a black market option, I am telling the sheriff you took it to sell it.
Well, it's not really a black market
Okay.
option. Tremere usually just collected to have it.
If it
I'm
belongs to
good
them,
to know
it would
part
get
of the
back to them
Camarilla?
anyways.
Well, it's not my hammer. You two figure it out. He's gonna walk away.
I'm just get out of here. And Mel vanishes.
You're muted. Yeah.
What the fuck? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was not muted. That's annoying. Anyways, were you taking the hammer with you when you disappeared?
Yes.
Okay. Vanitas, where are you headed?
One sec. Okay. Probably just back to the vehicle.
Alright. You turn around and head back, and you notice that the homeless people are no longer around the barrel. They appear to have scattered after the gunshot.
All right.
You head back. Avery, how do you dispose of the body?
Gonna have to look around for somewhere to do that, I guess.
So what do you want to do with it?
I don't know, because I don't know the area we're in.
Are you just trying to find a place to dump it?
I am trying to prevent a masquerade breach, so yeah.
So make me a wits investigation?
3 passes.
Alright. Obviously, you're near the docks, so you get the sense that you could probably try and do something to dispose of the body in the water. Other than that, there's various containers and stuff, but it's your choice what you want to try and do with it.
I'm gonna go with the safest option.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that would be,
I mean, you've got a body. You need to decide what you want to do to get rid of it.
She's probably just gonna go with the old... heavyweight, bottom of the ocean type thing.
Alright. There's plenty of old concrete and stuff that you're able to tie around the body before you toss it in. Eventually, after clearing the body, you make your way back to the parking lot where the initial incident occurred, and you can see Makaria with her arms crossed. Where's your friend?
Which one?
She looks over at Vanitas and then looks off into the empty space. The one that's not with you.
Oh, gee, I don't know. She took the hammer so she could fucking sell it. Excuse me, they took the hammer so they could fucking sell it.
And who used the firearm?
Me, after he beat the shit out of me, she says, pointing to her bleeding shoulder.
Were there any witnesses?
No, just some homeless people a couple blocks over that heard the shot and scattered. I dealt with it.
You dealt with them?
I dealt with it.
What about the hammer? Is it a magic item?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Can you elaborate?
I don't know, he threw it, and then he fucking commanded it back into his hand. And it
Like-
made blue lightning.
Like the guy from the comic books?
Yeah, pretty much.
He said that he was chosen by Thor.
He kept calling it the hammer of the gods.
Doesn't
Huh.
look like no Mjolnir to me. Very regular claw hammer.
And it was a regular hammer,
Yeah.
and your friend just picked it up and walked off with it?
Yep. I told him we should give it to you because it's evidence, and they fucked off, so. I don't know, I had to deal with a body, so I have no idea where they went.
Who are they taking it to?
Avery looks at Vanitas.
Hey, don't roll me into this.
I believe they said something about the Tremere when we were back at the hospital.
Oh, fuck me. I don't want to deal with the politics of trying to get that piece of junk back from those psychopaths.
Yep.
Well, we probably would have just burned it. If it even burns. Or, well, that is if the prince didn't find out about it first. Otherwise, it probably would have wound up in their hands anyways. Make sure you figure out what it is. If it's getting to them. I'm sure they'll be more interested in understanding it than we are.
Anything else?
You should probably get a silencer for that gun.
Yeah.
discretion is extremely important for this job. Making sure that you, even if you aren't breaching the masquerade, making sure that the people around aren't wise to anything that might cause them to draw attention to you. It's very important.
I'll leave you to it then.
All right. I'll have to write up this report for Saif. Let me know if you find anything out about that hammer.
Yep.
She's going to walk over to the body, crouch down over it. You see she pulls a knife out from her belt, cuts her palm, and then begins pouring blood onto the body. And then you see as the body begins to dissolve.
Huh. Neat trick.
Blood sorcery. Works wonders for dealing with crime scenes.
I think I read about that in one of my books.
Probably heard about it from the Tremere, considering that you're friends with them.
Associate.
One of the best things they ever stole from us.
Noted.
Mel. You all got here in one vehicle. What did you do?
Oh, Mel walked.
Alright. Vanitas, Avery, Aradia, you all get to the vehicle and you see that Mel is not there.
Where do you suppose they went?
I don't know and I don't fucking care. Let's just get back.
Sounds like a plan.
The two of you head back to the base. Mel,
Yep.
you head to the location of your Tremere contact. Hammer still clenched between the jaws of your dinosaur grabber. Do you head inside?
Is it a public location, or is
It's
this more of a...
private.
Okay. Mel's cautious, and staying relatively hidden. Um, and sends them a text before going in. Going, what exactly is the payment before this gets transferred?
A moderate boon of your choosing.
I'll keep that in mind. Mel steps inside. Hammer clearly held in the gripper.
You head in and you head towards a room where you see a couple of acolyte-esque individuals who let you in, and you see your contact. You've acquired the item.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous to hold.
I see. Tell me about it. Were you able to discern anything about it when you acquired it?
Well, properties that are hearsay, it can talk to you. It is a hammer of the gods, and yeah, those are the hearsay properties that were observed. It hurts. It can penetrate supernatural resistance. It shows shows thunder and lightning properties, and can be summoned back to you.
Interesting. And you said it bites back when you try to touch it.
Hence the dinosaur.
Of course. Interesting. This is not quite what we were hoping for. Not a arcane artifact, but more a item imbued with true faith. Tell me, the owner, are they still alive?
Unfortunately, the trigger happy one pulled the trigger.
Very
Mhm.
unfortunate. Although, I suppose this does give us a chance to learn a few things. You see...
So, if it's imbued
Hmm.
with true faith and the source of its true faith eventually fades, i.e., dies, would the hammer eventually fade as well?
Yes.
Hmm.
Although it is not without value. We do not know exactly how long it takes for something with true faith to cease in being so. I suppose that we can experiment on it until it fades.
I'm concerned the trigger happy one had was it being evidence in a murder situation.
Murder
And
against a
m-
mortal or against one of our own kind?
against one of our own kind.
Ah, that's unfortunate. But I doubt that the lawmen are going to care so much as long as it's not in the hands of humans. I'm
I was
sure that
figuring the same thing.
I'm sure that once we explain the situation to our dear prince, it'll be all well and good.
I appreciate your understanding of the situation, but as not really an indulgence or boon, but out of mutual respect for the situation, before you speak to the prince, speak to the sheriff. Just a matter of order.
You want us to speak to the... Very well, I suppose I will inform them that we have come across this item.
Then I am satisfied.
I'm...
I am awfully curious about it, though, so if you do learn anything about this, I'd love to know.
Of course. As a fellow student of the arcane, I would love to share this information with you.
Ooh, and to add to that, um, in his psychotic ramblings and mannerisms, he did write down what I would call gibberish, but I did write most of it down. And Mel pulls out the runes that they wrote down in their notebook. It was written in shit, though.
He squints and reads, and he says, Huh. Norse runes. Or at least modern depictions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the funny thing about true faith. It doesn't actually matter if it makes sense. Only that they believe in it very, very hard.
Yeah. That's very terrifying. Because I know a lot of people who believe in a lot of nonsense.
Oh yes, it's one of the greatest threats to our kind, actually. These stories that I'm sure that you've heard about us being repelled by crosses and other such nonsense, there's merit to them. It isn't the item
Ow.
itself, but the faith of the individual.
I don't have a good enough rapport with you yet to elaborate on this detail, but I think I have encountered someone with that level of faith before.
Interesting. It is exceedingly rare. And most of the accounts that we have, the moments of faith are very fleeting. Individuals capable of remaining imbued in such a way for extended periods are exceptionally rare. Which is why I'm so... why it's so unfortunate that we couldn't keep the individual alive. But considering they are indeed a threat, I understand the need to neutralize such a thing.
I have my own feelings about it, but I did try my best. He'd proved to be exceptionally resistant to poison.
That is not something that True Faith usually offers.
I would suspect it's the drugs.
Ah. That makes more sense. Oh, yes, in the matter of your payment, I will offer you a choice. A moderate boon is... Have you ever received a boon before?
Mel has not, at least not officially, I believe.
Well, to explain it to a neonate, most of the commerce within our kind is not built upon material wealth. And the trading of money is very unimportant for most of us, especially those more long-lived. Instead, we trade in favors, boons, minor, moderate, and major boons. These can be anything within reason, depending upon the gravity of the boon itself. A resource, a gift, or a favor. Or sometimes even simple monetary gain for those who are yet to amass such a thing. And of course, there is no necessity to call upon that boon immediately. And that is where the choice comes in. I can provide you with a boon right now, or I can give you a token which you can redeem at your leisure.
At this very moment, I have no real... I wouldn't say need of you or a boon. So I would graciously take the token.
Of course. He gestures towards one of the acolytes, and they step forward and hold out a small medallion that has the Tremere symbol on it. You have my gratitude at your service. I do hope that we get to work together again soon.
Always a pleasure. And Mel politely takes their leave.
You take the token and leave. Where would you like to go?
They're going back to the hospital.
Okay.
The Haven's still there.
Vanitas, Avery. Mel returns.
How did your thing?
Apparently you can imbue objects with faith. And that objectively terrifies me.
That is concerning, but
Um, The coterie also has a token. Mel tosses the token that they received onto the table for a moderate boon from the Tremere.
Vanitas looks to Avery, trying to engage reaction.
Avery gets up and leaves.
Well, I for one find it.
It is at both times fascinating and scary.
Yes.
Like,
Learn new things every day.
mhm.
Well, what would think you're going to?
You're breaking up. I can only hear half of what you're saying. Sorry.
No, you're good. What do you think you're going to do with that too?
We're going to amass several tokens.
Hmm.
Because I figure that if we need to call in a favor, one that might be necessary would be one dealing with the prince.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's going to need more than just a few favors.
Jordan, I understand. Smart. That is. Looks to where a. Now, what are we going to about the rift?
I tried and met some sort of wall there.
I see.
So
You're not
it's only
translating.
getting.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Even though Avery has left, Aradia is still there, and she looks to you, Mel, and she says, "What you did was extremely unwise."
That happens a lot.
That's not an excuse.
I wasn't using an excuse.
Well then, that's a bit of a growing. Am I cutting out?
A lot.
Still.
Ah,
Yeah.
god damn it! Hold on, I think I know.
Oh.
Can't believe he's dead.
Okay.
Are
How do
you
I sound now?
alive?
Yes.
Much better.
Okay. He looks to Mel and says, "Well, with this growing void among our group, along with one of our members not here with us right now, I think we should probably attempt to make an understanding between you two, because clearly things are not going to get better, and we can't keep having fights go on if we really wish to attain the same goal."
I understand what you're saying.
And it's not just
And
you.
I agree. I just I'm wary of our involvement with people who are close to the prince.
agree. We should definitely play our cards carefully. And you're not
And
entirely at fault. Sorry, Ted.
I am very reckless right now. So yeah, I understand. But I need some semblance of control of my life. It can't just be. I can't just be following someone else's authority at every turn. You know?
And to that I share some sentiment.
That's why I think we all agreed to our current insane plan.
Yes. Well, we need to figure something out. Otherwise, it's going to crash and burn in our faces if we're not working together. And like I said, it's not entirely you, both of you. We can't run under the pretense that only one person's at fault. Even I can be at fault at times for my previous reckless decisions. Which is why I've stepped back.
I tried to get Avery to offer you some sense of understanding, and I believed that that was still possible until this decision was made. I do not think that there's any I can't fix this.
And it's
I
not your
never,
situation.
I never wanted you to feel responsible for fixing this.
Someone has to be, and clearly neither of you are interested in doing so. Aradia stands up. You didn't choose this curse. You don't understand this world, but the decisions you are making are incredibly dangerous. And you should know this. The Tremere are not the kind of people to make friends. They exploit assets. They will offer you things of great power, things that you do not understand, and they will take so much more. I hope the two of you can bridge this gap, but hope is all that I have now. Radio's going to stand up and leave.
we're in a bit of a predicament now, then. I understand your situation, Mel, and I sympathize with you. But
I'm not going to bow anymore.
and I understand that. I feel the same. My views of not the Camarilla as a whole, but the prince and his entourage have deteriorated over time. However, we can't allow those thoughts to get in the way of what we must do and what must be done. What I propose is just to act, put on a mask, and use a false pretense of loyalty to get what you want. That is as I have done. Because as things are now, we are all too split. We've lost a member, you two are bickering, and for the last month, maybe longer, I myself have been left in the dark for many things. Neither of you really tell me what's going on until it has already happened, and soon enough that'll end up becoming a void in and of itself. And I pray that does not happen.
Then,
Because,
shall I propose something?
go ahead.
Even if it's uncomfortable for all of us. Every morning, can we debrief? Not in like a military fashion or structure, just I want to know what's going on in your life. And I need to do a better job of letting you guys know what's in mine.
Yes. Avery should as well. And I agree. I think that is a great idea. And as things stand, this void grows too large. Well, with our aspiration, I don't think that anybody who wishes to abandon this group and its goal will be able to leave alive. He gets up and walks away.
Mel leans back, not even looking away from Vanitas as he leaves, and just goes, "What do you think of this whole mess?" Referring to Mariana, if she's in the room.
You see her eyes in the corner of a shadow, and she says, "Well, that depends on what happened. It sounds like your mission didn't go exactly well."
Avery killed the man we were looking for. I don't know if it was in a moment of anger or in a moment of defense, whatever. But she killed him, and I got the hammer. We argued about who it should go to. I set up a small contract with the Tremere in exchange for a part of their library in occult knowledge, and they would contact me with the need of artifacts to be found. One of them being this hammer. Avery wanted to keep it for the sheriff, to keep it as evidence. And I need to strengthen my connections.
Well, the Camarilla doesn't exactly work the same way as the human government. Where an item such as that goes is very much down to internal politics. But it sounds like you stood more to gain from handing it over to the Tremere.
I know that the sheriff somehow let Noel not get killed or any other horrible fate happen to her. So I'm not 100% certain she's in line with the prince, but I do not trust her. Do not know her goals or what she's up to.
From my understanding, watching the Banu Hakim, they are something of a black sheep. They fall in line the hardest because they are the ones that are the most scrutinized. And since they are the most scrutinized, there was a saying, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down.
Man, that sounds familiar.
Every single one of us is walking a very thin. The only way you can really judge what a person's alignment is to know them. And it seems that Avery is the only one who seems confident they know her. I'm going to admit, the decision you made gained you things of value. It also potentially lost you the chance to know this sheriff better. Certainly without the initial gain that you would have gotten from being close to Avery.
Yeah, that didn't really help much. I'm fairly certain after getting caught by the deputy, I already have a black eye in that regard. Black mark on the record.
On top of that, the Tremere are deeply hated by the Banu Hakim. They have a rivalry with the Tremere themselves.
The history and all that.
Indeed. Avery,
Yeah.
where have you gone?
I don't fucking know. Away from here. She's probably out patrolling.
In the hospital area, or have you gone back home?
She probably went back home, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Well, no, she wouldn't leave without her wife, so... She's probably patrolling the grounds around the coterie somewhere out in the town.
You're walking. I'd say you get to a garden that's connected to the hospital when you hear Aradia's voice.
It's hard to hear her voice over the sounds of the singing in her mind, but she stops.
What they did was indefensible. I let them know that.
You think they care. That's sweet.
They seem to believe that all of you need allies more than anything.
Like, I haven't been trying to build up a posse of allies this whole time. No, they had to go pick the group that has a complete political war with the one that I've built a reputation with. I'll be lucky if Makaria even speaks to me in the next few weeks.
I listened to some of their conversation. I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't seem like any of you know what each other are doing.
What gave it away?
I realize it might be too late to say this, but if you just, and I mean all of you, if you just communicated.
Avery gives her a very hard look. This coming from you stings worse.
They have no clue what any of your plans are. Part of that is on them. Say what you mean, what you want.
I don't know
Tell them
that
what you're
is
trying to do.
anymore, Browdy.
I do not know how to fix it. Mel said that it isn't for me to fix.
Avery just stands there with her hands shoved in her pockets.
The radio's going to come close. Wrap her arms around you.
She just stands there in her arms and closes her eyes.
I know not the way through this mire. But I know that all of you are pushing for the same thing. You're just straying in opposite directions. A pack running in opposite direction, same mount. Of course. The two of you head home. Mel, Vanitas, is there anything you two would like to do?
Vanitas will probably contact his own sire.
You call RNA. Vanitas, you're calling me again so soon.
Just needed someone else more on my own wavelength to speak to.
Oh,
I get in the front seat and I cause problems, so I get in the back and problems surround me. Is it the driver? Is it the passengers? Is it the car? I'm not sure.
having trouble fitting in.
I spend my time sitting in the back seat, tagging along, hoping that without my intervention and only with my support, things will go smoothly. But even still, I sitting here in the dark, not knowing anything happens, and standing in the middle, blowing fire at my feet. I don't know what to do now, if I even can do anything. They're so fed up with each other and crazy coming from me, full of themselves, that anything I do ends up shooting me right back in the face.
That's the problem with people. They all want their own thing. Usually, they can only put up with each other because they want the same thing.
Everyone wants to save the world, no one can agree on how to do it.
Now that's where it gets complicated, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm not sure if I fit in anywhere unless my wallet is involved. I try to help one of them, and I'm driving down a mountain risking my life for someone who could be dead to be considered a friend, and another who holds their convictions lightly. A person who swears to them, but bends them when the time is needed. I myself am wavering in between, unsure of what to do.
I don't play nicely with others. I'm sure you know that.
I try, and used to work, but I'm not sure I'm cut out for all of this, seeing as my strengths aren't exactly the ones required for the things that we do. Crime scenes, big fucking werewolves, going to some abandoned location to rescue a person I don't even know, risking my life, some terrifying Could you even call it a vampire? And then now, shooting for the stars to take down a man that could not be taken down. All for what? To follow rules that are meaningless when very few deign to follow them. I stuck by them because I thought maybe I could understand any type of connection with others. And while I think I've found an understanding in myself, I don't think I could ever figure out them. I make my mistakes and take responsibility for them, as I realize I am a person who follows my whims rather than the most logical thinker. But they do these wildly outlandish things, fight each other, and none can accept responsibility for their own actions, it seems. How I see it, at least.
And who holds them accountable?
No one.
Perhaps
no
that's
checks.
the issue.
There's no checks and balances in this system that we've created amongst ourselves. Just rules, and whoever doesn't follow them is looked down upon. One person makes a mistake, the other walks away, irritated. Or they invite you to a warehouse and hand you a weapon or your fist to fight with. Violence, yes, that is always the solving matter amongst those who cannot use their work. Well, I suppose it's a problem all of humanity has. And I suppose it's a problem I've had in the past, being unable to properly ascertain my work.
It seems everyone seems to be struggling to decide who's right.
When no one is.
The Bruja would decide by fists. We would decide by whoever's work held the most merit. And the Banu Hakim would decide by whoever held most close to the sacred laws. But it seems, when all of you are so different, there is no deciding factor, apart from perhaps the consequences of one's action. And it seems everyone's making mistakes in equal measure. It sounds like everyone has talked, but how many have listened?
You're right. I've tried to balance between the two of them, and with one of our members gone, that seems harder now. They work with each other, but they never work alongside each other. I'm always the one standing in between them. struggling to figure if I even fit into all of this, if this is even where I should be. I suppose I should speak to them, try to figure that out. But the more these divisions occur, the less I'm inclined to do so.
I understand the difficulty of finding the motivation to bridge that gap. And perhaps that's the problem. Or perhaps it's something else. I have always found it very difficult to work with people, or to even bother. Although one thing that does help, at least for me, is getting to know somebody. It's a lot easier to care when you're invested in someone's story.
That's right. I will consider it. Maybe I'll start with Mel. Avery seems to be that tougher one to crack. If she ever will.
Well, whatever it is you do, I'm sure you'll come out on top.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I will leave you to your devices.
Always. And I do look forward to hearing more from you once you get your little murder mystery started.
I'll keep you updated.
I'm sure it'll be fun being on the other side of that story.
Indeed.
Until next time. Catch you around, killer.
And with yourself.
And she hangs up. Mel. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Mel is alive. Um, you know what? Just to sort of put a nail in the coffin of this session, Mel's walking into the personal theater at the club because it was the scheduled time for the movie night.
Oh yeah.
You go to the club. You go into the theater. You see Chris is sitting in one of the seats.
Let's say Vanity
Hey!
is there, actually. Just sitting in the back.
Where's everybody else?
Shit happened.
Again?
And yeah. And At this point, Chris, I want to apologize. I've been asking a lot of you lately. And up until this morning, when I mentioned Thor, I don't know anything about you.
I mean, uh, it's not a problem that you guys ask me to do a lot. I mean, we work together, so kind of my job.
I get that. But you're like the manager of our coterie haven, and you're you're doing so much, and like I've shared with you how I love making draft beer. I want you to share something that you enjoy.
Oh, oh, geez. I mean, um, man, I'm not good at. I mean, what do you want to know? Like my hobbies, or
Whatever's on your mind, whatever makes you comfortable.
well, I mean, I like video games and coding and uh, comic books and movies and
Did you ever try to get to what was it? That one island that requires the golden chocobo in Final Fantasy VII?
oh yeah,
And Mel's going to just banter like that. Acknowledge Vanitas, of course, and eventually start the movies.
the three of you talk and watch movies. Avery, is there anything you'd like to do before we end the session?
No.
Okay. Then that is where we'll end the session for tonight.
All right.
All right.
That
I'll
was a
say
good one.
good session because it was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It does feel rather downer,
hmm
but it was a good session.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
But
in
that
a
was a
very
good
early
session.
episode of Scrubs where Elliot is getting more and more frustrated with Carla and eventually just starts talking back to her, and they just the the JD hallucination is Elliot digging a grave as she says those words.
Love it. No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll have
Digging
to
a
see
deeper
how
and
it all.
deeper hole. Yeah.
Yup. We'll have to see how it all culminates.
Me too.
Yeah.